For today's matchup, it's the Battle of the Mythicals, the Ancient versus the Astral. We're putting Celebi, the time-traveling forest sprite, against Jirachi, the wish-granting cosmic gremlin. Same base stats, similar move pools, but only one comes out on top when we look at the stats, typing, abilities, and battle performance. So let's get into it. Let's start with what these two are. Celebi's known as the Guardian of the Forest. It literally travels through time to protect nature. That's some Studio Ghibli level mysticism. Meanwhile, Jirachi is a space-faring steel type that wakes up every 1,000 years to grant wishes, which is weirdly wholesome until you realize it can also flinch you into oblivion. Both are tiny, floating psychic types. Both are adorable, and both are absolute monsters in the right hands. Okay, let's look at their raw numbers, and it's going to look a lot like Deja Vu, so don't be freaking out. I did not mess up this copy and paste. So, Celeb's base stats. So, as you can see, it's 100 HP, 100 attack, 100 defense, 100 special attack, 100 special defense, 100 speed. It's pretty standard across these two for this battle. I'm just going to let you know right now. However, for Jirachi's base stats, yeah, no, they're still the same. So that are the classical mythical setup, evenly distributed across all the 6 stats. No weak spots, no super spikes. There's not one that has crazy more HP. There's not one that's a lot faster or has stronger defense. Just a 600 base total balance like a Pokemon yoga instructor. But here's the thing. Even with identical stats, it's how they're used which is going to change this entire battle. All right, since the stats are pretty much identical between Jirachi and Celebi, typing is where the games really start to diverge. So Celebi is a grass/psychic. Cool combo, decent offensive coverage, but man, it's got a rough weakness list. I mean, look at all those types on the down arrow. 7 weaknesses, including a quad weakness to bug. And we're not talking Scyther memes. U-turn is everywhere in competitive play. Also weak to fire, ice, ghost, dark, and flying. Its ability, Natural Cure, lets it shrug off status when switching out, but burn, toxic sleep, all gone just by tagging out. Super solid for support roles. But also, it's still got some strengths. Look at that. It's good against rock, ground, poison, fighting, and water. However, you're not seeing a lot of Jirachi's types on that strength list. Now, let's focus on Jirachi. It's a steel/psychic, which is just busted defensively. It resists 9 types. It's immune to poison, only weak to fire, ground, ghost, and dark. That's elite. All even those weaknesses can be covered with teammates or strategic switching. Now, Jirachi's ability is where things get spicy. Serene Grace, for those that don't know what that is, it doubles the chances of secondary effects. Body Slam, 60% chance to paralyze. Iron Head, 60% chance to flinch. And if you're already paralyzed, well, welcome to the flinch lock. So essentially, any of the stats that are really done, 10% to this, 20% to that, with the Serene Grace, it's doubling that. So higher than a 50% chance to really mess that up. It's like Jirachi's been training with Togekiss in the art of emotional damage. All right, now for the meat of the matchup. What can they do? We got the same stats. There's some typings that are a little different here and there. But let's take the moves. Now, Celebi's move pool is a little underrated. It gets Recover, Leech Seed, Giga Drain, Energy Ball, Psychic, Shadow Ball, Earth Power, U-Turn, Calm Mind, Nasty Plot, Baton Pass, Thunder Wave, Sword Stance. That's only a few of them. It's like the supportive Swiss Army knife of Johto. Celebi can stall, pivot, chip, or boost and sweep. But here's the catch. It's super dependent on team support. And its typing makes it tricky to keep alive if the opponent starts throwing U-turns and flamethrowers. Now, Jirachi's move pool is filthy. Iron Head and Thunder Wave equals paralysis and flinch combo. Stealth Rock, Wish, Protect, U-turn, full utility. Body Slam, Zen Headbutt, Calm Mind, Stored Power, mid-late game sweep builds. And yeah, there's Doom Desire, which is like a delayed steel nuke from space. The scary part is you never know what set it's running until it's too late. It can wall, pivot, sweep, stall, flinch, heal, or you into that forfeit. All right, let's imagine this channel has a huge budget and we can animate this entire fight. However, Celebi wants to outlast. It may not try to spread paralysis, set up with Calm Mind or Nasty Plot, and slowly chip away with Giga Drain or Psychic. It has the tools, but it needs time to breathe. Jirachi, meanwhile, just needs you to be slower. It can paralyze, trap you within the Iron Head flinches, and U-turn out if things get weird. Even worse, Jirachi resists both of Celebi's stabs. So Celebi has to hit with stuff like Earth Power or Shadow Ball to even get decent damage in. And by then, Jirachi's already flinched you 3 times and granted 2 wishes. So Who's going to be the final winner? Who's a better one based purely off of stats, typings? Let's tally it up. Stats, again, they're an exact tie. Typing, Jirachi's going to win this one. Way fewer weaknesses, way more resistance. And ability wise, Serene Grace is straight up evil in the best way. Move pool, Jirachi again. It's more versatile and unpredictable, especially against Celebi. Now, in a head to head potential, also Jirachi. Again, Celebi's a great support player, but Jirachi can really stand a little more on its own. Celebi is still great. It's a strong support, solid pivot, and a fun mon to play around in the underrated or low tier formats. But Jirachi is the winner here. It fits on more teams, supports better, annoys harder, and survives longer. Celebi shows up when forests are healthy. Jirachi shows up to flinch you to death and make you question your life choices. And there you have it. Mythical versus Mythical with Jirachi coming out on top. Think Celebi deserved better? Got a set you think that flips the battle? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear what you guys kind of have for the builds. And while you're here, hit that like, sub, and check the description for our infographic shop where you can grab visual breakdowns for this and every Pokélytics episode. Thanks for watching, and remember, Pokemon might be magical, but here at Pokélytics, we only care about the data.